station of choice. All right, exactly 14:19 your time now with your station of choice. Let's get to our conversation for this afternoon. It's a very exciting one, and one most people want about the person that we're going to talk to about now. Or maybe you know what she does and you just don't know who has been behind this milestone in Botswana, where we can actually build film in this Republic of Botswana. We're joined MSG by Afenste
Fenny Lekolwane. Did I say it right?
I thought we were going to say Lekolwane.
Lekolwane. Lekolwane.
It's Lekolwane.
Right, yeah.
You said it right. She's been around for long. I don't remember a year I've been alive and you were not doing what you were doing.
No. I breathe storytelling.
Exactly. Welcome to your station of choice.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Yes.
I don't know where to start this conversation because I've known you a couple of minutes, the last few minutes of your life. Okay. And I mean from 2014.
When you gave us a set to film Botshelo.
Yes, when they came to my office, they're like, hey, we want to film Botshelo. Can we use your office?
Oh,
I was like, for sure. My office is gonna...
for a certain scene.
Yeah, it was a lot of scenes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so our office, Botshelo was actually at his office.
Oh, okay.
So how can I live at Botshelo when our office thing? That was my office.
The nicest.
Yeah, that nice office. Yeah. My
it
corner
had so
office.
many colors that popped, so it was really nice.
Did they pay you?
That's not what we're here for.
Another time.
She did actually. She did because I gained a sister who is a great inspiration, Mo Botshelo. And you're joining us here for us to talk to this story. When exactly did you begin your film journey?
It was in 2003, 2, somewhere there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know there was that show called Flat 101.
Yeah, Flat 101.
How did you get the entire responsibility for that one?
Well, I think I've always been a storyteller. I'm an introvert, so to say, but I listen a lot, and I always imagine a lot of things. Like right now, I can just have a very wild imagination about what is going on in this room, and I can go beyond what is on the surface, and I write a story about you guys.
A creative mind.
I do have a creative mind. It's always on action, So I spend a lot of time gididimetse, but I spent most of my time Jokwala.
Yeah.
So I think that is just where the story came from. And I was a UB dropout, and my grandmother wanted me TTC. And I was like, TTC?
To the teaching,
me. So I just felt like, no, man, let me just do what I do. But at the time, there was no one to just talk to about storytelling or this business of filmmaking. And the only access to, say, series then was your generations. And I think in my heart, I just said, if they can do it, so can we.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
How was the landscape for film Botswana at the time? Because I know Nagweno was Maramotswe.
That's what it was yesterday.
Is it yesterday? That's what I'm about to say. It was yesterday. But, but when it came out, people were like, hey, Botswana can do this. But Lona, from a film perspective, because you were around during that time, how was the landscape during that time?
There were ladies within the film industry. I know Eunice Wadigonyana was there, Aus Bibi was there, Boba Fana were there. And I think it's just that there weren't a lot of commissioning going on. There weren't a lot of licensing, local content happening. That is why the very first project I did, Flat 101, it did broadcast on GBC, which is now YTV. Yeah. And immediately I just took it to MultiChoice. And so I've been working with MultiChoice since 2004.
Yeah. And what has been hard about building what you call Botswood now? how would you describe your journey to building it to when you realize that now actually Botswana are getting what we are trying to do with this?
Yeah, I think Botswana have always had room to appreciate local stories, really. I've never had a struggle, especially how content arna says televisioning. We always have support, they appreciate what we do. But we do not have enough infrastructure. At least that is now my new role, is building the infrastructure. Because we can all tell stories. A lot of people have got movies that they've worked on, but the issue is that bridge we have to build between I have a movie and the person who wants to watch.
Yeah.
So that infrastructure is not in place. So at the moment, I've just taken that responsibility of saying, whatever movie that we're going to do, it has to be good enough to ensure Motswana is willing to actually spend his last or her last 100 pula to come and watch it. So the issue is not even are we able to tell good stories or even cinematic stories or stories worth watching. The issue is, how do I get it to you at your place? How do I ensure that you actually come and watch Olokobere or wherever you are without me asking you to come and watch my film? Yeah.
I get you.
Evile, talking of that, when I was scrolling through my social feeds, Facebook, and you've got so many followers in there, and people and I like the fact that viewership ya teng ga intsi mo kalokalo bo etsa o isa ko social media. I like that about what you did there. Really liked it.
Thank you.
Who's your most I don't know which word to say, preferred, not preferred. When you are a parent, you don't want to admit that there's a particular child of yours. Like my mother doesn't want to admit that she likes me more than everybody. She'll be like, no, I love all of you. But in her heart, she knows that this one, I like this one. Yeah. Of all the characters you ever wrote or created, who would you say is the one where you would feel like, here, I think I ate here?
Oh my gosh, there are so many. I am a mother. I think when it comes to maybe say a project, I like ones that challenged me.
Yeah.
It's easier there. I could say the latest project I'm working on or that we just recently finished filming, that's the one that I feel stressed me enough to appreciate it. Because some were challenging, but this one, yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
We are. Yeah. I'm just off set there, Anafiki. It's, oh Lord. Yo.
Are you making a movie about Anafiki?
Yes.
What?
Since 2018, man.
What?
This is like the longest time I've spent on a script.
Anafiki
in Pedize, I started working on this story in 2018. I had to go to school for this story. So, I did after since 2018, 2021 there.
Yeah.
All because of the story, because I was so scared. If there's a script, it just shook me was this one. I was so scared. I was afraid to do anything wrong. Because biography is not like pure fiction where you can just make up things and nobody will know if you're right or wrong. This lady has been Mokutanon talking about her story since 1980s.
We all know her story.
Had to get it right. Everybody knows the story. People will know if I'm just talking absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
So I've written the story for so many years until I read it to her and she was like, this is so painful, but it's so true. And then I asked her if she liked it, and she was like, every bit of it. And then I was like, yeah, then we can get into pre-production. She gave it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that is one story that just changed how I perceive the business of filmmaking.
I mean, hearing you talk about it just gives me chills because some people don't really know the stories of her, and I think they know the bits and details. How she got to lose her sight.
Yeah.
Who was responsible, a lot of things that are details around the story itself. And I think by the time we get to watch it, we're going to realize that there's a lot of great stories, beautiful stories, really inspiring stories in our nation. Is that what inspires you to, I mean, you could have called your company anything else, but you said Boswood. What was that about?
I think at the time, which was like about 2004, 5, 6, people didn't understand this industry, but at least they had an idea what Hollywood and Nollywood and Bollywood was all about. So it was that phrase or word that could quickly get you to understand what we're talking about without me having to over-explain what it is that this movement is all about. So that's why we just decided to go on and call ourselves Boswood.
Yeah. Were there any laws particularly in this journey? Because I know everybody would have that moment you sit in your office and you ask yourself this question.
No. Like, Nike put out hearing.
Why don't I just pack my bags and go? I tried,
No, man, this is the only thing I know. If I don't do this, what would I do? No, I never have a moment where I feel like things aren't working out, because I think, like Gibu, my very first client was not even Botswana. So I've never even really sat and relied on locals or anyone for anything. And this is me, and I believe it's my ministry. This is me serving the community the best way I can.
Yeah.
And
sorry about that. This is your ministry. Imagine o tshwantse go train bana. I've read somewhere there's a kiddies master class.
Yeah, I
that
do
you're
that
doing
every year in December. This is me.
How do you do that?
Throwing a Christmas party.
How do you do that?
When you're your great grandmother, I got this name Afenste from my great grandmother.
Yeah.
Every December without fail, she would have Banabate Zokolabing, and then she would throw this massive Christmas party. And I'm not going to duplicate Sanasira, but it is also my responsibility to see what I do for the children. So it's been like 5 years now of me traveling the country, December, and just gathering kids and teaching them storytelling.
How is it dealing with kids? Like,
kids are good storytellers because they're not afraid. Yeah, like one of the best stories I have told. They are very honest. Yeah, like when I want to tell a story, I always pull myself back. I was like, maybe not that one. I'm stepping on people's toes. But when I was at AFDA, I told a story, genocide.
Yeah, we're just talking about it now.
So
offline,
Surprise. The European Union felt it was interesting. I was like, what?
Wow.
But the only reason why I actually told that story is because I was hiding behind AFDA. I was like, no, it's not me. It's a school project. So shoot whoever, not me. So kids are honest and they're good storytellers. Yeah, so I enjoy working with them.
So when we look at, we know the obvious where we are now in the country.
Yeah.
But when we look into the future, 100 years from now, what is the one thing that you feel like is the legacy that you as Fenny would like to, I don't want to say leave behind, because there's a negative connotation around that you have to go somewhere. But what is the legacy that even if you were to live long, way long, you hope this is the legacy that your life would have left on this journey of filmmaking in this country?
Yeah, I think and I know what it's like to live in a rural settlement. And I know that a lot of people in rural areas are looking to people in the city and they feel like they're coming for them and no one is coming for someone. And I think that is just my perspective. And all I want is just to make that young girl believe in her dreams and give them permission to dream. I mean, I have no family in this business as storytelling. I'm just a girl in Newtown, but I came to the city and then told a story. And my very first story is launching Africa Magic on MultiChoice.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just, if I can just make that little girl I was, wherever they are, believe in themselves enough to just say, I'm going to just close my eyes and fly. That is enough for me. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wish I could spend the whole day just talking to you about this. But we run out of time every time when we get to the nice part. But is there anything that you feel like it's important to emphasize, to mention in this conversation that maybe we're kind of leaving it out?
Yeah, I think people should look forward to the next project. Maybe that's what I can talk about. The next project that we are working on. It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of things happen in the story. And it's staring Palisamulefe, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually saw her.
Let me tell you.
Okay, tell me.
I saw Palisa the first time. We were at the Forbes Under 30 Summit, the very first one.
Okay.
And I looked at her and everyone was like, oh, Miss Botswana. But in my mind, I was like,
oh, that's an artist. There's nothing Miss Botswana about this lady.
Yeah,
this lady, I would not be surprised one day the woman king comes out and she's
Absolutely.
in it. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And go na le production in one we do other star. She was nearly staring mo.
Yeah, you mean the theater that was
production in I think.
That was a film.
Oh yes, the film.
film.
Where she was a cop or something.
Yeah.
I remember that. I had actually forgotten that one.
Yeah. But I saw her Mopula and I was like, that's my Anna.
Mopula, right? Yeah.
You know, Pula, she scared me because for a second, it almost like I forgot these people are acting.
Yeah.
And
that's why I got her.
Was there. It's like,
yeah.
She was in the moment, you know.
Like even you forget I'm here to watch a show. It's like you're part of what's happening there.
Oh wow.
It's really scary, trust me. And she's gonna be good. So she's in that project of yours.
Yeah, she's in the project. We've got Sheila Tlo as the grandmother. We've got Screamer from here.
Shout out to Screamer.
Yeah. So we have a lot of people by Longkoro Tatahela, they know what they're doing, and this production it's massive, and it's definitely coming to Motswana wherever they are.
Yeah.
That is the promise.
Have you already filmed?
We're done filming. We're done filming. We're on post-production.
You know who I wanted to pitch you? I wanted to pitch you a part where I act, but I don't say anything. You see, those guys, they tell like about act there, but say the three and about the drink, the restaurant.
Like you're part of the atmosphere.
I want to be one of those guys. But if you are done, come on. Okay, but maybe the next one. Maybe when you are shooting, maybe the life of Remchai, we're making an autobiography of him, or autobiography. Maybe Masire. I would act the middle-aged him. Maybe, but that would require me to talk.
I think these are the stories that I'm slowly falling in love with. Stories that matter.
Yeah. But thank you so much for joining us today on Your Station of Choice, Fenny. We are very proud, as you can tell, as with Your Station of Choice, Rele Botswana, for the work you are doing. You chose a path that many people would have looked at it, and if they were asked, are you sure? Chances are they would have never started. But you looked at it and you said, look, I'm going to go on this path. Whatever I find there, I'll find it. But whatever that will stand, I'll stand with it.
Yes.
And you are on the other side of the hill, I'll say. And you've done so many things. And I think there's a way lot that you're going to do and that will continue to make us proud as a nation. And I feel blessed to call you a sister. And I think we're grateful as a nation to have you. Almost one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
So last one. When you look at me and you had to create a character, for which movie or for which set or for whatever would you put me in as a character? What kind of a story?
You? Oh my gosh. No, I haven't thought that far. Because hello, you're putting me on a spot. I don't know.
Because this woman looks at me and she's like,
what does she think?
Have a character for you.
Which one is that?
You're gonna be my grandfather.
No, I didn't say that. No, I kiss you.
No. She thinks me as, wanta de. Like whatever role it is.
No, wa itse ke ra bon ha ke go ra ke ntate ke ra ene ke go respect ba bana o le re o tle beng o respect o le ho wa bona e se gore ke ra gore
wa just we itse bo mdala ba ile ra go le so banna ha khoteng ha le and they just issue instructions from there. That's the guy you mean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Me se monna.
Okay.
Whatever would you agree with her?
No.
Exactly.
No.
That's all I needed you to say.
No. Not that.
Okay. Now,
Right.
you saved my day. Thank you so much, Fenny. We said happy with that.
Okay, thank
you
so much.
There you have it, a very interesting story. If you can, please find time, just drive down this road A1. Look too much to your left, and you can tell how there must be something happening here. When you enter there, you will find this lady and all of the amazing things that she is doing there, everybody who's part of the work that she's doing over there.
Yeah.
All right. Right, you on Your Station of Choice.
One station. Number one, man. All the